Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel and happy new year to everyone. Hope you had a fantastic crossover and we thank God that you are here. If you've lost loved ones, condolences to you. So today I'm doing a video. Basically, this video is not about me. I'm not here to talk about myself, neither anything else. I'm here to actually talk about my wife for one simple reason. We've been receiving quite good comments on our videos about us as a couple and how loving we are, and a lot of you have been interacting a lot with my wife and you've been appreciating her, how accommodative and loving she is. So I thought I need to do a video about her and just to tell you more about my wife so that as you interact, you know who this person is. What you see on camera when you are recording is actually what is happening in reality as far as our love is concerned. Yes, there are no perfect people out there, but I must say that 199% of what you see on camera is what goes on in our house. So if you were to visit us, you'll be shocked. A lot of people who've received a lot of compliments, and other people have encouraged us to continue this level of love and what we do or what we share together as a couple. So I just started to tell you more about my wife, and basically you should know the truth about my wife. So she's a fantastic individual, well brought up, well natured, and so loving, so caring, and if I can say, one of the strongest woman I've ever met in my life. For one simple reason, I've been with my wife for quite some years now, and I must say that it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. Uh, with there's been no negative energy. I remember during the time when you were just dating, uh, there are very few times she would give me negative energy. I can't even remember the times she gave me negative energy. Most cases she was just there to help me and encourage me and back me up with whatever I was doing, and this is what has actually continued. I remember I started YouTube alone. If you see previous videos, I'm actually alone in the videos. Eventually she joined in, and from that time we have been doing videos together. We even changed the name of the channel. Now it's actually Ruben and Sarah, as you see. And the journey has been fantastic, guys. She's put herself second in most cases, and I'm actually on top. There are times like she would have money, and instead of buying herself a dress, she would prefer buying me a shirt, despite that she was recently from getting me a shirt. And I remember there are times would give her money just to you expect her to buy her something for herself, but she'll end up buying you something that you never expected. And sometimes I would question why it happens like that, and I've just come to conclude that that's how she is. She puts herself second, and she's so loving, guys. One thing that I prayed for so much years back, actually, I remember when I was just, I think, somewhere in grade 10, was that God should give me a life partner who would love me as I am, and basically love my mother too. Those that know me on a personal level, you know that my father died years back, I think when I was just about 2 years. And when you look at what my mother went through just to raise us up, we are three boys, and just to make sure that we are where we are, it's not been easy. Therefore, I pray to God that, Lord, give me a wife who will love my mother deep. And it's so humbling how this has actually manifested. She loves my mother. They both love each other. The bond they've created. If you find her talking to my mother on the phone, you'd think she's talking to a friend. Not there's no a lot of people expect in-laws or something like that to behave in a certain official way, but when you find them talking to each other, it's like they're friends. And for me, I always kneel down to God to say, Lord, thank you for for doing this to me. And I think that's what my mother told me. Used to tell us actually when we were young to say, find someone who love me as your mother. And this is what is happening. So that's how my wife is. She's loving, caring, and she sacrifices a lot for me, guys. She's actually very strong. I remember we went through some situation in the year 2020, somewhere around March. We lost something that we treasured so much, something that we looked forward to. And it was so hard for me, guys. It was so hard. And I remember how she really came out. I was so shocked, guys. She kept on encouraging me, and a lot of people expected me to be an encouragement to her, but it was the other way around. And I'm not the strongest, one of the strongest in terms of emotions. I dropped tears fast, but on that day I was so shocked. She was coming out of the hospital laughing and hugging me and encouraging me. I was down. I remember failing to drive at some point. I parked the car, and just to imagine what has happened to us, I couldn't really believe, and she was there for me. Yo, sorry guys. This is quite emotional for me anyway. Yeah, but yeah, so that's how my wife is. She's one person who accommodates everyone. I remember after that incident, she we went through hard times, guys. I remember other people that were close to us, you know, they like briefly moved away from us. We used to get mockery, would be moving. We like taking evening walks, would be moving, and you'd hear people passing comments, those that, it was hard for her. I remember when I knock off from work, she would tell me what she heard from people talking about what happened to us. And she would talk about as if it's not her, it was a moment where if it was any other woman, I think by now we couldn't be together, because it was hard. I remember even COVID came through. We financially went through a hard time. We never had a lot enough. At times we would just survive just on let's say on bread, and should be okay. At times we'd run a month without enough money with us, even to buy simple stuff. But she was there for me, and she never even complained or showed that she's not, happy with the situation. Yeah, so from the time of being married together, it's been a rough one. It's been a rough one. Now I understood why people divorce just few months of getting married. It's because what we went through was a typical situation. And if it was any other woman, by now I could have I would have been divorced, because I was failing at some point. But she kept on. She kept on, encouraging me. She held me up, and yeah, thank God, there was light at the end of the tunnel, and no one knew what was going through to our lives because we never showed it. And she kept on encouraging me to say, don't show the face that things are not okay. We kept on pushing, and thank God to our relatives, and they kept on encouraging us. There are people you expected to be with us, in those situations. You expect certain people to be around you, but they were not just there. And my wife would complain somehow, but the love kept on. It's like we loved each other more during that time. So she's a fantastic person, well-natured, well brought up, well-mannered actually. And yeah, she's continued just like that, and I appreciate God for actually leading me to her. Because if it wasn't just for God, I don't know how my life would have been. Because what we've gone through together so far has been hell, guys. And I must say that she's backed me up in most cases. I remember when we were preparing for our wedding, it was it was it was so hard. I remember at some point people never believed in me. Um, people wanted never want some people never wanted our wedding to take place in that year because they thought I never had enough money to run that wedding. But she kept on believing on me that yes, we can do this, baby, we can push this thing. And here we go. People came through, they helped us. Even those that never believed, that wanted us to push the wedding forward, you know, they actually um, never thought that it could happen the way it happened. We appreciate our relatives. They were there. My brothers, they were there for me. My mother was there for me, you know, and especially my wife. She's been good, guys. She's been so loving. Um, and I do everything possible to make her happy because she deserves the happiness. I sacrifice where I can just to make sure that she's happy. And I think I would live to make sure that she's forever happy. Um, yeah, and basically, that's how my wife is. She's been fantastic to me. She's been gorgeous, I must say. Um, yeah, basically, that's what it is. And yeah, you'll be seeing more of that. And I pray that you'd you'd see these things and appreciate that. Yeah, I think this is what goes on. And basically, we are doing these things not for anything, but want to inspire someone out there that yes, love exists and love is there, especially the people that are struggling to find true love. We pray that you'd be able to find yourselves uh, true love and make sure that you build that relationship together and make it work. One thing we've learned is that love is actually work. You cannot expect love to work on its own without you putting an effort into it. And if things are not working out, yeah, we are humans, sometimes we may force things, but they don't work. But sometimes when things are not okay, you need to sit back and take a step backward and see where things are not working out and begin to conversate at the same level as husband and wife, as girlfriend and boyfriend or fiancé, and whatever you may call it. So that's our prayer, and that's why we do these things. That's why we record videos. We are not perfect individuals, but at least we've gone through some things that other people are going through, and that's what we want to encourage. That yes, despite all this turbulence that you go through as a couple, there's still love at the end of the day that must be maintained, and it should be kept together and make sure that it works out. You know, you must make it a point, or make it a deliberate thing to you to make sure that the relationship works. If there's no effort, or you are not making it deliberate for it to work, it can't work, guys. And there must be proper vision for you to really make sure that things must work. Where the Bible says that where there's no vision, people perish. I believe even relationships which don't have visions, they do perish because there's no vision, actually. There's no clear path to where you are going and what you want to achieve as a couple. Yeah, so basically that's what happens. Yeah, so this has been an emotional video I've ever done, guys. I pray that you find some sense in it and learn from us. Yeah, we may not be the perfect example, but at least you can learn 1 or 2 things from us. Hope you found this video helpful. Remember to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Join our family, and we post videos to you so that you can be able to listen from us. So see you next time. I hope next time I'll be with my wife. Bye-bye.